today's class we are taking the airline skirt. The airline skirt is one in which the hemline measures greater than the hip circumference. This is achieved by transferring the excess of one dart to hemline and by adding width to the side seam. The result is a more rounded effect along the hemline that produces additional room for movement. And so in this class we are going to use the basic skirt block that has one dart. So I am using the quarter scale for convenience. We are going to trace the center front line and the center back line of the total of the basic skirt. So I trace the front now. Remember to always transfer your pattern markings. So I trace, you can see everything is transferred, the dart, the hip line and the hemline, and it's indicated center front. The same thing with the back. I trace the back skirt block and I indicate the pattern markings. Okay, so in this technique I am going to add the two darts, the width of the two darts together, and divide by 2. Why? So that the hemline will measure the same both for the front and the back. So I am going to measure the front skirt dart intake. This is 0.3. This is 3/8. That's 0.375. This is 0.5. If you add the two together, it will give you 0.875, and if you divide the two, it will give you 0.4375. So in doing that, I'll come back, I'll trace the block again, and since the dart is going to change, I'm going to indicate the dart with broken lines. So I'm going to work with the front basic skirt. So you use the same process for the back. So now I am going to make this dart now 0.4. Remember it was 0.375 now. When I shaded it into 2, it now gave me 0.4375. So this is 0.4 now. And remember, you have to increase the length of the dart because the length of the front and the back darts are not the same. So after that, I'm going to move to the pivot method. I'm going to use the pivot method to create my airline skirt. So how do I do that? I will close the dart and transfer the excess of the dart to the hemline. So see, I trace. So this is the beginning of the dart. Can you see?